Can you hear me now, Rick? Can you hear me now? Hello, everybody. Happy New Year's. Can you hear me now? Okay, thank you. So why I decided to go live this Friday evening because, well, on my last video with the Fordham and I forgot to wish everybody Happy New Year's. So I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to kick back this Friday evening and do a little bit of painting. I usually do this on my other channel. Evil Rick is the moderator here. So if I miss any questions, Evil Rick will try and copy and paste them. So I just try and get a hold of Evil Rick to you see his name's in the blue there. He's the moderator. And he will get a hold of me. But I have my computer set up right here so I can read the comments better. I usually do this painting on my other channel. Rick, do you have a link for that other channel? I'm not too sure if you do or not. But you know what? I said to myself, well, I don't care. It's my freaking channel. I can do what I want. And this will be more talking. And Just Carve Rob's here. Rhinestone Susan, hi everybody. Happy New Year's. Hey Dad. This is for you guys to chat amongst each other, everybody to wish Happy New Year's, and me saying a big Happy New Year's to you too. I carved a birdhouse yesterday, a wood spirit birdhouse, just out of scrap wood. It's nothing special, just to show that everybody can do it. To back to the basics. I usually do that every New Year's. Back to the basics. I'm going to be doing some very simple wood spirits, some very simple, like I'll do a video on the nose, then I'll do a video on the eyes and mustache hairs and beard hairs and hair hairs, all separate videos. Then different bits and stuff that I use. So, like Tim's list. So this, I don't even know if I'm going to do any painting here. That's for all that are wondering, that's my other YouTube channel, Curving. I don't know why it's Curving Fusion, but I guess the email that I used was Curving Fusion because it's not supposed to be Curving Fusion, but it's Arts and Crafts, beginning wood carving and arts and crafts. On the other channel, I can do whatever I want. This channel, I can do whatever I want when I want. But I kind of like to leave this one for wood carving, but whatever. It's a way for you guys to come in and say, Happy New Year's. Has anybody got any new big agendas for their New Year's plans? Like quit smoking, quit drinking, quit whatever you do, or do something better, carve more, carve less, wear a dust mask more. The last couple of days, I've really been suffering with my sinuses. Yeah, shout out to Ben's Studio in the Lake. Quit quitting. Yep, don't be a quitter. Take over the world. Susan wants to take over the world. Yeah, don't we all? So, Rick, I took my Forerunner to the shop today. I had a scheduled appointment to get the wheel bearings done, the rear wheel bearings. It was going to cost me $1,400 plus tax, but they called me and they said my back wheel bearings are fine. It's one of my front wheel bearings. And I just had them done like within a few years ago. But, you know, sometimes it's my front passenger wheel bearing. And sometimes, you know, you'll buy a faulty wheel bearing. So it's just, I guess it's a faulty wheel bearing or something that I got. So my buddy's going to put it in and save me a ton of cash. One of mine rocks. Yep. Hope you're all well today. Hope everybody's doing good today. Amy Jo said she'd be here in a little bit. Hey, Derek. Most New Year's resolutions don't last more than 2 months. Yeah. I was going to quit smoking. That was my New Year's resolution. Mine didn't last 2 hours. Just kidding. Old whiskey. Just Carve Rob says, old whiskey, faster horsepower. I'm not going to Everybody said, hey, Dave, Happy New Year's. Yeah, it's really good news. So, but another thing too is my tea, because I always watch TV lying in my bed in my bedroom, smoking cigarettes, eating rice. Um, my TV kind of went to shit, so I had to buy a new TV too. So I've just been working lots of graveyard shifts, and that really takes a lot out of you. I don't know. I just don't know. Hey, Tarek, I was thinking about you when I was carving my birdhouse yesterday. I'll show it to you guys right now, but it's up in I've already put it up in the tree. It's a small one. Seems like every year my birdhouses, my wood spirit birdhouses are just getting smaller and smaller because they're just so repetitive to carve. Like it's hard to carve. If you're carving a wood spirit on one, it's hard to carve a different wood spirit. So good to see you all here. Y'all, I sound like Amy Joe, and all you Americans say y'all. Hi, y'all. My buddy Chris Grad says y'all too. That's an American thing. Y'all. Thanks, man. 2026 fun. Appreciate it. Awesome. It's not why I do these live though. Who's that? Who just said, Jordy, what's up? I gotta get Todd. Hey Todd, what's up? Y'all. It's an American thing. We don't really say that here in Canada. We say A. They're too old for the woodpeckers. Yeah, so there's all the tools and stuff I show in my videos are in the link that Evil Rick shared there in my Amazon store. And also, Evil Rick, you can't share my Kutzall link because it doesn't work. If anybody it doesn't work, if you share the Kutzall link, it will just share the Kutzall link. It won't share my affiliate link. But everybody, Kutzall still has a 10% sale till the 12th, I think it is. I'm not too sure. Don't hold me to that. Yep, the plow truck. Oh, yep, Just Carve Rob lives in Michigan, and he's got lots of snow there, and he's got a plow truck and the pump blew on the plow truck. Yuppers and troll. Hi Tim. If you didn't say, I grew up talking about yuppers and trolls. There's Amy. Hi Amy. Yeah, this is just going to be a chilled out live. I got my ink pencils here. And I got some illustration board. I'm thinking of I've been wanting to do like a blue spiral background, and I'm not good at painting trees, but maybe like a pine tree here, like the green kind of like the carving tree. So that you guys don't see this. This is illustration board. I don't have the sticker of what it is, but it's just like thin cardboard. This is what I usually do my charcoal on. I was going to do the background, the sky, like with acrylic paints, but I says, you know what? I'll just use these Inktense pens. So I want to have, you guys can't see, the bottom of the board's right here. So I wanted to have a tree trunk down here, the tree here, maybe blowing in the wind, and then a bunch of swirls in the sky just to kill some time. You know, I was going to do this not even live. I was just going to do this on my own time. Listen to some music and take it easy because I've been stressed out the last little while. And stress is a killer. I'm going to flip my computer around because my computer is like a stand up one. So I need to work more so I can get some glasses. I need to get some thicker glasses so I can see better. There we go. That's better. Now let's see how I can get this chat going here. Live painting videos. Just bear with me, everybody here. There we go. Yeah, Tarek, what did you say? Yeah, you won one of my birdhouses. It took me a year to send it to you, but I finally did. Oh, okay. Yeah, Tarek said he lives in Quebec. I won a Geordie birdhouse that's hanging at a camp where we take youth that are all at risk. It looks great there. That one has the copper roof. That because I made the birdhouse that I made yesterday. I didn't even have a tape measure. I had a what was it, like a little one of those squares, one of these dollar store squares, and I just did it with that really quick. It's got gaps and cracks and everything, and I just did it for myself. Where'd you go, Susan? I'm hoping that too much snow. Yeah, you guys get lots of snow out there in Quebec. We're pretty lucky out here in British Columbia. We don't get much snow. Just made deer with rice. Now it's time for coconut. Just carve rub. I'm telling you right now, if you keep on eating that coconut cream pie, you ain't going to be able to walking up down your stairs, buddy. Yeah, blessings to you too in the new year, Tim. This new year, I gotta work more, talk less, work more. Yeah, I got that. My buddy just brought me some. I think it's elk pepperoni and a wicked thing of I think it's elk or moose salami. Oh, it's good. I'm not too much of what's it called when you eat that food, gamey game food. I don't like game meat that much because it tastes kind of like blood. But this stuff is good, man. Are you in Toronto, Don? I don't know where that is. Where you're saying? Yeah, it's super good. Okay, so should I just get the? I don't expect this live to be. I was gonna do the live this way, but Evo Rick doesn't like that, so he's got a new monitor. Because for when you do your lives this way, people can't watch on their TV or their things. Well, yeah, they just can't. Lots of my viewers watch on their TV. That's the only time I really watch it. About 4 hours from Toronto. Friend got it. You got some meat too, Rick. Hey Tyler, how you doing, bud? I thought I had to buy a new I got that sprocket for the Tyler Welfing. He is local. Well, he's about 3 or 4 hours away from me, but he's good friends with Ryan Cook too, and Benjamin, Kevin. That's good, man. Did you good have a good Christmas? Let's sell lots of carvings. I didn't really sell that much this Christmas. I probably wasn't. I don't think I was into it as much as I've been in the past. That's for sure. So these pens here, I've had these for like I don't know, probably like let's say 10 years. These are like they call them ink tents. They're supposed to be ink. They're made in the UK. Um, they say that when you put because you have to use water with these pens. They say that when you put the water with this ink and it dries, they say that it shouldn't be able to smudge if you get it wet again, but it's not true. These are just basically like watercolor pencils. I think they're a little bit more inky than watercolor pencils. So I'm just gonna mess around. Thanks, Tyler. Tyler had some good sales. Hope you had a good season. Yeah, I just do my thing, Ty. I'm not really trying to carve to make money anymore. I'm getting my back is just too thrashed. I know you did cabinets. You did cabinets. Hey, Tim, Grumpy. You did cabinets most of your life, didn't you, Tyler? I did roofing most of my life. Hey, Chad. I did roofing most of my life and worked in a steel shop building modular bridges for logging. So my back's pretty well. I just got to be careful. Cabinetry and framing. Yeah, so your back's probably been through the ringer too. I bought myself one of those things for the back, those strap on things, the belt. Yeah, your back's kaput too, Dan. Yeah, back brace. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, Tyler. My little Echo and everybody else, my little Echo 2511 was making some weird friggin' noises. And the farmer where I carve his friend is my friend too, Tim. He's like a genius. He can fix everything. He looked at my saw. He says, "I think you just need a new sprocket and a new chain, Jordy." Well, I got the new sprocket and then I got made a new chain, and yeah, it's good to go. But I'm pretty hard on my tools. I probably need to buy another one. I'll probably need to buy another 2511 this summer when I make some money. Did you guys have kids? Did you spoil your kids for Christmas? My son didn't even come and pick up his Christmas money yet. Yeah, I think my problem with my back is because I lie in bed when I'm watching TV, and I probably lie in bed too much. That's probably the reason. Doing less. Yeah, I'm gonna. Did you see that video, Tyler? I gave you a shout out. I forgot to send you the link. It was like a half a log and an owl. It's in two parts. I showed some of your carvings, I think, on the video too. Your son moved out just carved, Rob? Yeah, it's an owl half. I just blocked it out right now, but I'm gonna detail it. And well, when I detail it, yeah, I talked about you with your wings sticking down. Mine's not like yours, but we're all different. Um, yeah, I have the wing hanging down because that's where I got the idea from. I don't know where you got the idea from, but I don't know. I got the idea from Tyler. And here's some of his pictures of his carvings and stuff like that. You're really getting good really fast, man. I still can't believe that. You guys should see this. Tyler is like he's starting to go in all those chainsaw carving challenge competitions that they have with a bunch of chainsaw carvers around. And he last year in a place called Powell River, he did this. Man, it was just friggin' unreal. It was like a huge soaring eagle on this like a tripod, two tripods on each end, and the eagle was supporting a bench, like a swing bench. Friggin' wicked, man. That was like seriously, like I don't know. I love that carving. Yeah, thanks, Tyler. I just do my own thing, man. I guess I don't know. I got a freaking, you know, lots of you people watching and stuff like that. Hi, Shauna and Julie. How you guys doing? I got your gorge here. I got to carve. I'm gonna carve an owl on it. I gotta maybe one of these days when you come down. around, Tyler, we can carve a bear. I gotta carve a friggin' bear. I want to carve a bear and put it in the spirit trails where I have a bunch of my carvings, just like quick carvings that I've done. And like truthfully, I'm basically probably the only chainsaw carver in the world that's never carved a bear. But I just don't want to carve a bear because I know once I carve one bear, I'll have to carve thousands of bears. But not carving a bear has really damaged. Yeah, if you want to, I got a huge cedar. You saw that big cedar log leaning against a tree. It's like a 600 700-year-old log. It's like 5 foot wide by 8 foot tall, but it's not that thick. Just a piece of the wood. But yeah, I really damaged my 360 carving, not carving a bear, because when you carve a bear, you learn how to shape things and carve things. And like Stephen Kanzora said, most chainsaw carvers carve bears because you can carve a bear out of any side log. The bear's inside the log. But I think that's probably my stubbornness, because I know they're not like, if you carve like the what are they called, like a little welcome bears and stuff like that, they're big sellers, but they're not that hard to carve. I got the book and I seen Ryan cook them. But yeah, that we should do that. Benjamin said that he would do it with me too, but I haven't had time to because I moved this year and it was a friggin' nightmare. Haven't had time to carve with him. Bill's bears? Yeah, that's right. That's what I used to call my wood spirits for chainsaw carving, because when I first started carving them in my town, I've lived in my town my whole life. Everybody in the spirit trails, I got a bunch of them in this just shitty ones I put down there. Everybody wanted a wood spirit, but I flooded the market in my town with them. And I don't know. I don't really want to post on. Do you post your carvings for sale on Facebook Marketplace, Tyler? I see Benjamin does once in a while. Usually, basically, what I carve, I sell. If I post it, sometimes I'll post on my Facebook, but I feel like I'm a used car salesman when I do that too. I'll just start posting on my Carving Fusion page. I normally don't have problems selling my stuff, but like I said, I think I flooded my town with the wood spirits. Okay, Tyler, happy New Year's to your family and stuff like that. Always thanks for popping in, and we'll talk to you soon. I bought that place that you told me to get the sprocket. I couldn't figure it out. They wouldn't ship to Canada, so I bought one off Amazon. Yeah, so it was like I didn't have to pay shipping or anything, and it seems to work good. We'll see how long it lasts. Hey, Glenn, happy New Year's. Okay, Ty, take it easy, man. I gotta ask you if you're making your own. You're probably making your own chain now, but where are you buying your chain? But I'll message you one day. Anyways, Rhinestone Susan's getting into. She's got a little chainsaw. Amy Joe's got a little chainsaw. So they're doing little mushroom carvings and stuff. I got that big burl at my. It's thanks, Glenn. Got that big burl at my shop. It's friggin' poplar wood from the big tree. I'm gonna carve an octopus in it. Now, once I'm done my little, I guess maybe next couple, I'm gonna take a week off work. I guess I think I can afford to, but I gotta go finish that owl off. Go and I gotta carve some little tables for my stairs. So I don't know. Should I do any of this thing here? So I guess a tree. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Julie, are you in the bathtub too? Julie and Shauna are the carving duo, two ladies in New Mexico. And they sit outside and they carve all day long. I think Julie's in the bath right now. You don't, that's when I do my best texting, when I'm in the bathtub. Hey there, son 21, son 21. BP son. B Pearson. Oh, B Pearson. Sorry. JRH, how's it going? Now, does anybody have, I said I'm going to do some painting here, but does anybody have any questions about Dremels or anything like that? I got this group on Facebook. It's called Beginning Dremel Carvers Group. Dan is in here. He's a moderator. But some of there's so much friggin', because it's an open to public group. And you don't have to ask any security questions. There's so much friggin' spam in that group. It's unbelievable. So sooner or later, we're going to have to make that group private, or they're going to have to ask questions to be able to answer questions to be able to enter the group. Now, there's another group that it was my old group, and it's called Kindred Spirits, but that's a really great group. There's no spam inside that group. They're very strict on their rules and stuff in there. On the Dremel carving group, it's called Beginning Dremel Carvers on Facebook. There's already like 21,000 people in there or something. But it just kind of, all those Asian horn carvers and skull carvers just gets repetitive. Whenever you see that stuff on there, Dan, just delete it and block them. That's what I do. But they just keep coming back. Or it's like, man, there's thousands of them. And there's another thing too, that they keep on stealing that older fellow that showed the carving and how he did it with those cheap Dremel bits, and they're just junk, and it's got like 270 comments on it. People keep on stealing that post and posting it. So I don't know. We're gonna have to get another moderator in there or something. And anybody else, I have a more personal group called Carving Fusion Members. But to join that group, you need to answer the security question. It says, whose group is this? You got to say Jordy's. And it says, what does he say a lot? Shit your pants or carve deeper or whatever. Just say, yeah, it's Jordy's group. Then you'll be entered into it. Oh, it's getting worse. You go on Facebook to see what your friends have been up to, but there's so many friggin' ads and bullshit. For myself, all I ever do is basically see carvings. Hey, Dan, far from the master, but thank you. What'd you have for dinner, Amy? Say hi to Mr. Jamie. I'm not a fan of Facebook, but we needed to get our word out there, right? Pizza. Oh, maybe I should order a pizza after this. I just bought some hamburgers, frozen hamburgers. You guys ever cook frozen hamburgers in the air fryer? Hey, Matt. Now, Matt Burrows, are you the Matt that I know? We had pizza too. I need a wife to make me pizza. I know a Matt Burrows. Just carve Rob just got the dishes done. So I hope that new pump's going to work for you. Just carve Rob. Jamie's bad is tomorrow. Hey, Jordy. Jamie's bad is tomorrow. I'm not too sure what that means. Matt Burrows. Are you the Matt Burrows that I know or not? Like personally. Homemade pizza. That sounds. Oh, it's Jamie's birthday tomorrow. Nice. Everybody writes. Anybody with if their name's green, I don't know. But Rhinestone Susan and Amy Joe and Grumpy Laid Back Carvings, they all have YouTube channels. Just Carve Rob, I was going to see Jamie's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. Everybody saying happy birthday, Jamie. Yeah, big old Jamie, the critter killer. Man, I was in my shed the other day and I was getting my chainsaw break to make some chainsaw chain. And biggest wolf spider crawled out. I was like, what the hell? And I pulled my chainsaw break thing out, and then I didn't see where the wolf spider went, so it's still in there, and it was a big sucker. No problem, good old Jamie. Catch those critters. Anyways, I guess I should start this. See, when I'm intimidated to do something, I just kind of delay myself from doing it. Because I know I'll be able to do the wind stuff nice, but I don't think I'll be able to do the tree nice. I think I'll paint the tree with acrylics. Or maybe I'll just do the blue and then put like, I have my own style of doing my painting bullshit. Maybe I'll do like a nice bird, a translucent bird over the thing. Man, Jamie, you're getting more happy birthdays than I've ever gotten. If anybody's rich out there, like filthy rich, like we're talking super filthy rich that wouldn't notice if they had $1 million missing, can you send me $1 million, please? Just so I can do nothing and do my art. Buy a new Forerunner to thrash. Thanks, Rick. Happy birthday to you too. Evil Rick is sending me a sticker. I'm getting a Evil Rick sticker, and I got the perfect place for it. You're retired, Tim. I'm retired too. Are you rich enough to notice if you could give away $1 million and not even notice it was gone? What you gonna do when they come for you? The spider over here, spider over there. Just Carve Rob singing again. Yeah, so Just Carve Rob's snowplow pump. I was just bitching to him about my back wheel bearings, about just like, man, I just worked my ass off. Every single dime needs to go to, I'm getting bills from my internet provider. They're trying to scam money out. Seems like when I pay my bill and I'm like, okay, I can breathe now, another bill comes in. But I caught my internet provider trying to scam me out of money, so $200. Yeah, it doesn't end. And I think probably where I live in British Columbia, Canada, is probably like, out of everybody that's in here, it's probably the most expensive place to live. I live in a little town. It's a little farming and fishing town. It's getting bigger now. Maybe there's like 80,000 people in this town. I've lived here since I've been 5 years old. But you cannot buy a house for under $1 million in this town. Like even if there's a little property with no house on it, like not even just like a little property, it's $1 million. To buy a pack of cigarettes from the gas station. How much do you guys, most of you don't smoke, but how much do you think cigarettes cost for you to buy them from where you're at? $25 in Quebec? 25, that's more expensive than, that's more Glenn McClevey. Rest in peace for your sister, Glenn. I hope you guys are doing okay, you and your family. Glenn's sister just passed away. It's been a tough Christmas and a New Year's for all him and his family. She was the biggest supporter of Glenn's carving. So, anyways, I'm sure spirits with you, bro. $25. Dan Doust. Where are you? Oh, yeah, you're in Canada too. They're 20 there. $10 in Oklahoma. Do you buy the Marlboros? Now, American smokes taste a lot different than Canadian smokes. They smell different too. 100%. Have you had, Jerry, have you ever had Canadian cigarettes? They cost, no problem, Glenn, anytime. Just Carve Rob, 10.75 there. Tens in Just Carve Rob's in Michigan. Thanks for the chainsaw help again. The MSA is going to send me. This comes from George. Thanks for the chainsaw help again. The MSA is going to send me to higher levels, I hope. Now it's too darn cold to sit outside. Oh, Happy New Year. You too. Happy New Year. We'll start carving mushrooms and stuff. That's how you learn. You know, carving mushrooms are good because you learn how to turn the saw, the bar and the wood. Wood spirits are actually, believe it or not, wood spirits are actually hard on your chainsaw. Stephen Kenzor told me this because you're always using, chainsaws are meant to pretend my finger is a log. They're meant to cut through log and put pressure and torque on the bar. But carving wood spirits, you're always just using the tip at high revs. So Carl Carlson, I buy my smokes for $25 a carton. That's good. I get it. Left-handed cigs? Left-handed cigs? I don't understand that, Amy. You talking Amy language again? Left-handed cigs. Must be an American thing. Yeah, they're like $22 a pack where I live. Rhinestone Susan. Grumpy will know. Oh, okay, I get it. You a burner, Amy? Amy burners? I'm not a friggin' burner. I got some homegrown that I've been smoking. What puts me to sleep? I just have like 2 puffs. If I have more than 2 puffs, I start getting paranoid and shit. I gotta tell you guys a story. I don't know. Chainsaws are like paintbrushes. The more you pay, the more you earn. The more you pay, the nicer you are to the more you pay, the nicer you are to them. Okay, Tarek. Hey man, thanks it easy, man. Thanks it easy. Take it easy, buddy. Good to see you here. It's complete opposite for me. For chains, I'm hard on everything. I just Dan is the old school burner. Jamie and Bubba just called out on a fire. They just got called out on a fire. What, did they work for a fireplace thing, like a volunteer fireplace? Hope they're gonna be okay. Be safe out there, Jamie and Bubba. I see if I can get you some smokes. No, we got those smokes here too. Which ones do you got there? Which ones do you smoke there? I know exactly what you're talking about. We have them here, but you should get them for a lot cheaper there. Actually, they're firefighters. Well, I hope that I just get too paranoid when I smoke grass. Yep, I sure do. So I'm just gonna say F it. So the bottom of the paper is right here. I'm gonna draw on my tree trunk here. We'll just do it like just make it like a chainsaw carved tree. I don't know if it should be blowing over in the wind though. Well, it could be. I'd just rather talk. George, it tends to help with be creative. Got to make sure it's indica. Yeah, I used to grow it like crazy when I was younger. Those days are over now. Me and Just Carve Robs had a debate. I said, he seems to think that everything is the best in America. I'm like, at one point, the best weed in the world came from British Columbia, called BC Bud. Should I make this? It's going to be winds, like swirls in the sky. Should I make this a windy day tree or just a normal tree? Let's make it like a whimsical windy day tree. No, it used to be called BC Bud. Yeah, it's legal here too. I think it's legal almost everywhere in the world now. It's even legal in Thailand. I remember when I went to Thailand, if you got caught with weed, you get friggin' life in prison, man. Life in prison. Best in the world used to come from Thailand? No way, Evil Rick. What are you talking about? That was called Thai stick. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Happy New Year's. Yeah, that's right, Glenn. It was BC Bud was the best back in the day. Even Snoop Dogg used to come to BC to get it. If Snoop Dogg came to BC to get it, Just Carve Rob, well, that says it all right there. So this tree is a little bit big because I want to do more sky. But you guys see the tree? It's like a fantasy little thing tree. But I'm not going to be painting the tree today. Chinese eyes, jinky Chinese eyes. Oops, Chinese eyes. So I guess I got my tree on here. I guess I can lower this. What do I do down here? I guess I'll have the sky in here too, or I can have mountains here. Put some mountains in the background. Dot. BP B. Pearson, left-handed, yes. The good old southpaw. So these pencils I have, for all that's just tuning in, I don't know how much power I got on my thing here. This is different for Carving Fusion, doing this painting stuff. But I really don't give a shit. If you don't like it, well, that's kind of just, it's a New Year's thing, all right? Maybe I'll do this every New Year's, do some bullshit painting. So these are pencils, but you got to put the pencil on here. It's like water painting. But, what was I going to say? But I like to use these because you get a nice crisp line when you use the pencils. Canadian A. I am definitely Canadian A. So I guess I can turn this piece upside down because it doesn't matter that, because I don't know which way I'm going to make the spirals. We'll just have to lower this camera a bit. There you go. There's the bottom of it. Yep. Catch a buzz if I stand. Glenn. Happy New Year's, Jordy. This comes from Timothy Knight. Happy New Year's, Jordy. Thanks for all you teach us and looking forward to seeing everything you've got planned. Try to get my act together to make carving. I catch a buzz. Glenn says, I catch a buzz if I stand up. Nick, 5860. All the best to you and a happy new year and many new blessings in this new year and many new carving ideas. Thanks. But truth, it'll probably be wood spirits and owls. And some trees, some little trees, and some little wizard things. Yep. You know, when I'm at my Dremel table, it'll probably be a lot better for me to do smaller carvings, less dust, and my table can handle it a lot more. This one's nose is kind of funny. It's what you get when you're rushing things. But I think I carved this live on YouTube. Anyways, okay, so what color of black do it? Let's start off with this. No, they don't really, their colors, they don't really, hold on. It's something blue. They really don't have different names for their colors. Tim List, you basically do smalls. Yeah. For chainsaw carving, I'm basically like, I'm not afraid to admit, I'm basically a 2D carving. Like, I would much rather carve something 2D than 3D, like a bear. Because 2D, you're always got to look at it. 3D, like most of the things 3D are just going to go against a wall or go against a fence, chainsaw carving. So you don't really see the back of it. So what I'm going to do is just kind of put some swirls on here. I guess we'll start over here and just kind of. And this is stuff I've done way before I got into chainsaw carving. So I got my first lines on there. I'm just going to put some more ink down. I don't know how much I'm going to do actually. I don't know if I'm feeling it. Because you got to burn a couple doobies. You got to have the tunes going. So this would be like a old traditional Japanese art or Asian art. Now I don't know if this is a purplish color. Kind of looks at I don't know. That's the swirl here. It's like a tornado. I think the like the smaller part is supposed to be farther back, but so it should be darker. But again, I don't know. Then I'll have mountains here. But then again, I don't know. This is just me screwing around, killing time, I guess you could say. Arise, old Susan, don't. Yeah, Susan, she's still here. She's got a special gift. Incense burner full of good smells. Swooshing? Oh yeah. Sorry. Actually, I don't know where. I think I got that from Bob Ross. The swooshings are more like this kind of, not like maybe. I don't know. So we'll go with the darker blue. No, it's smaller in here, so I hate trying to explain things when I'm doing painting because, well, I don't know why I suck at wood carving, but I suck more at painting, and I explain things. I don't have a problem explaining wood carving. There's so many people that probably do it wrong because of me. Oh, those poor people. I'm just kidding. You said doing lines? Yeah, I mean lines like. Whoosh, whoosh. No, I don't do lines. I do swoosh lines. So, So this is basically what I started off with. Spiraling. I started off painting with acrylics, but I could never. It was always hard for me to get things like shading to make it look like it's farther back. Like I say, if you're supposed to practice a pair, because you have to mix different colors of paints and stuff. And I could never. It was just. I'm not colorblind, but it was just always really challenging for me. So that's when I figured out charcoals after I spent $1 billion on different types of paints and stuff. And then after I did charcoals is messy. Then I found these out. So these are kind of just like charcoals in a way. They're not, but I know how to blend them out like charcoals. All right. All right. So that's a pretty dark blue, but you're going to see I'm going to fade it out and it's going to look lighter and stuff like that. I'd tape 3 pencils. Glenn would tape 3 pencils together. Okay, so I got a little thing here of water. That's my little water thing here. And I got some new paintbrushes. So I got to open this pack of these paintbrushes. I should probably, when I have some money, buy some good paintbrushes one day, but these are the paintbrushes I got. I just look at the reviews on Amazon. And this is a round paintbrush. This one is the round one. So they're more expensive because I usually, tell you the truth, I just usually use dollar store paintbrushes. Yep, these ones are called Zoo Tiny 12 pieces. Zoo Tiny. Zooting. Zooting. Anyways. And also, I was at the dollar store today. I bought a new canvas and I bought myself a nice little storage box for these will be my good paintbrushes I use for ink tents. So anybody that buys from my Amazon store, I'd like to thank you because every drop makes a puddle, and that's how I'm able to buy some things like this from my Amazon store. Now I wonder if James Rankin's going to pop in here because James got a. Susan, are you still here? Yeah, you're still there. How is that? You got that. You got that Beaver, the Beaver die grinder too. I know you got the Beaver. The Beaver does make the flex shaft for quarter inch bits, but do you got the die grinder too? No paintbrushes are good. Paintbrushes in my hand. My hands too just carved, Rob. My hands too, brother. Yeah, all you can order. See you, Susan. I asked you a question, but answer it when you get back. You got the Beaver die grinder? I think you do. Yeah, you don't have to. Just if you go through my link when you're buying something from Amazon, whatever you buy, I'll make a few cents. Trust me, I don't make a lot of money. And when I get paid from Amazon, I don't get paid. I have to buy stuff. I get a little gift card. Sometimes me and Rob work out little deals and I buy Rob something from Amazon. Oh, where are you, Nick? Susan's got to go for a little pee break. Wash your hands, Susan. Just guard Rob says. Where do you live, Nick? Nick says, I wanted to order new stuff through Kutzall because it was cheaper than on Amazon, but I had to pay double for shipping. So I didn't do it. Yeah, that makes sense. There's James. James Rankin. I was just talking about you. You just commented on me asking for the swooshing sounds, and yes, I love my diagram. I didn't buy it for you, James. What you talking about? Okay, I bought James a Beaver die grinder from my Amazon store because I could not believe the size of carvings he did with his Dremels. So I'm like, man, he needs a friggin' his Dremels and the size sawzall. Oh, Belgium! Wow, were you able to go to the UK? Okay, I admit it, James, but you've sent me money. I'm not going to lie. And those cards that you send me are not cheap cards. So what comes around in my world goes around. But did you try it? Did you get the 1/4 inch burs and did you use it? No, they say that thing spins like yeah, they say that thing spins 28,000 RPMs, but I don't think so, James. It's not like my die grinders, but it should hog out wood for you very good. Yeah, Belgium. Did you try to get the Kutzall burs off the UK Amazon? Hi, Nindy Pops Wood Shop. Ah, no, nobody's late. You're here. Late? What's late? There's no such thing as late in my world. Round and round, what comes around goes around, round and round. Ooh, just carved Rob. I bet you don't have paintbrushes like this. I should pull out the paintbrushes that Studio on the Lake sent me. Yeah, they're nice watercolor paintbrushes. Nitty Pops Wood Shop. So I think I'll start off with this. This is real. This is real kangaroo hair, by the way, from Tasmania. Bet your paintbrushes don't have that. Just carved up. And I bet you don't have these ones. Just carved up. Yeah, this is real Tasmania devil hair on these paintbrushes. Where are you going to? Where are you going, Glenn? Party's just getting started. Hey, Perry. Where's that moose antler? It's right here. Is this really a moose bone, Glenn? Or is it just a... I just had it again. Or is it a bone from the pet store? Here it is. See, Glenn sent this to me. I've carved lots of bone. I've carved lots of moose antler too. And I've carved killer whale teeth. I'm not killer whale teeth, but whale teeth. Yellow knife. So here's a bone that Glenn sent me like 100 years ago to carve. So I will carve this one day. Yep. Any of you guys see that whale tooth that I carved? Now this is a nice clean bone. What should I carve on this? I think I want to carve like a negative space wood spirit so I can hang it from my mirror. Thanks again, Glenn. So I'll carve it one day. I got to carve that. Where's that thing? That thing that I got. The scrimshaw rocks. Carve a moose on it. Oh yeah, everything in the world's. I have ordered from Amazon before. At first, it was 20, but for the flames, but now it's already $30. Shauna, how long have I had what? I got to carve that gorge. That's right. I carved an antler, alligator, snapping turtle. Oh yeah, that's right. I seen that skull that you. Yeah, the thing with when you're carving skulls, Shauna, I'll carve it. I just got to think of what I want to carve on it. It's not like something that I get every day. Where's that gourd gone? I think it's in my bedroom, so I can look at it and decide what I want to carve on it. Um, the thing about, are you still naked in the bath, Shauna? How do you get my mailing info? You'll have to uh, email me. Evil Rick, can you possibly put out my email address, please? No, I'd still be in the bath. I don't have showers because I got a hole in my head, in my skull. Like seriously, I got like a 3 or 4 inch round piece of my skull missing. So I don't want to slip in the shower. There's my email address. Just send me an email, and please don't send me anything too. If you want to send me something too big, because I just don't have the room anymore. Yeah, I have baths. I have baths for like 2 or 3 hours. I just use my foot to. I drain the water with my foot, then I add more hot water with the foot. Okay, thanks, man. Pearson, where are you again? James, did you try the die grinder out yet with the burs? Just carve Rob. Did they give you skull chunk, Jordy? I don't know. Oh no, did they give me the skull chunk? No, they couldn't because actually when I was going for my surgery to get it taken out, the doctor asked the neurosurgeon asked the team of nurses and stuff that if I could have it, and they said no, it's against our protocol because it's infected, so they couldn't give it to me. But I have my 100% skull replica with the hole in it. You've seen that. Yes, it rips right on, man. Maybe next time I get some Amazon money in my Amazon store, I'll buy one and I'll test it out and I can possibly you'd steal it. I'd steal it. What would you steal? And possibly give it away. Or maybe if it rips good, who knows? It might rip as good as the Makita and the other one that I use, the Metabo. That Metabo I use is thanks. Hey, Julie and John, did you guys finish reading my book? Okay, so I'm gonna get my 100% professional Zig Chai kangaroo hair from Tasmania paintbrush wet and start getting this stuff wet. You kind of need to concentrate there. Did you, Julie? Julie, are you not even here anymore? Have you had enough of this? Is too boring for you? Oh, well, like when they were talking about it, I was on the operating table, and that's the last words I heard. I didn't hear anything else. No, he can't have it, Dr. Matischuk, because it's against our protocol, because it's a bad infection. The whole skull bone is infected. He goes, okay. He goes, I tried, Jordy. Next thing you know, boom, I was out, like unconscious. And they were opening up my scalp. She's been filling you in on the book. You're not going to read it? You lazy one. See, I'm just blending these colors out. I've never read a book. I've never read a book in my life, but I wrote one. How does that make sense? I want to. I want to rewrite another one. I got a plan. She said, "I don't want to know that, Jordy." She said, "I don't want to know that, Jordy." She said, "Don't want to know what?" Yes, this is a kangaroo hairbrush, straight from Amazon in Tasmania. My my buddy makes them. James. He lives in Tasmania. Well, that's kind of. I have no doubt. Susan, I have earned this name. Kangaroo hairbrushes. I have no doubt. Did you read the book Yellow River? Oh boy, just got rubbed. What I Susan Sean, I'm getting the name between getting confused between Susan and Shauna. I don't know what she said. What did she say to you? I can't do this painting and talk at the same time. It's called multitasking, and I just can't do it. Tassie Boys Gold Prospecting Challenge based on Tassie sniping gold out of the knee deep water. I hate to read so much. Well, that's okay. If you hate to read, you're gonna miss out on a great story of one of your friends. I'm your friend. I hate reading too, tell you the truth. There's spelling errors in my book. I'll tell you the story about that. Now, I self-published the book. I paid my good friend, very smart fellow, good money to edit the book for me. I paid some because I hand wrote the book my whole self. My whole self? Anyways, I hand wrote the book. I paid a girl to type it up on a computer. Then I paid my buddy to edit it for me. Then when I sent it to the publish company, I said, okay, well, I'm going to pay extra money and I'm going to pay them to edit it for me too. So it'll be even better, like a real person's book. And then they screwed up because it was a friggin' after I hired the company, I found it was a friggin' Asian company. Just one of those scams. And they screwed up lots of the spelling in the book. And they said, well, I said, you guys fucked up the editing in this book. And the spelling is all there's some bad spelling in it now. They said, well, sir, you're gonna have to go through the book and tell us where the spellings errors are. And you're gonna have to read the book and tell us like what page and what paragraph. We'll fix it for you free of charge. Of course, you're gonna do it free of charge. You guys are the reasons that it's happened. Well, I said, you know what? I said, I am not reading this book again. I just friggin' wrote the thing. There's no how hard it is to write a friggin' book by yourself with a brain injury. Anyways, you can see this starting to come to life. That's the story of the book. So I said, don't worry about the editing. Just friggin' publish the book because I'm not going through this bullshit. You guys are scammers. So that's what happened. And I think I said, well, I won't say what I said at the end of the book. But, anyways, that's the story of the book with the spelling errors. You guys enjoying this painting time with Jordy? I don't know how much more I'm going to do tonight. painting. I'm still I don't know what I was going to say. Anyways, let's just carry on. Has anybody got any questions about Dremels or chainsaws or anything? Free? I never speed. I don't know what's going. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I get lost. So sorry about that. But anyways, let's just get this one done here. See how I'm bleeding it out? Let's take your time. Have a good time. Put on some tunes. Relax. Never roller skate in a buffalo herd. So did you guys, everybody get spoiled for Christmas? My neighbors spoiled the hell out of me. I got I still got treats. The lady that used to live where I live now, she bought me nice shirts, new pajama bottoms. Yeah, I got spoiled like crazy. You got to get that. Normally, I'd rotate this paper to get it to bleed out more. But just got to swoosh it out. James, what's your next project with that die grinder? You probably got some big, you're probably thinking big time, eh? Gonna carve some big things because I can't believe the size of the carvings you did with your, thanks for popping in, Susan. I know this is boring, but it's just so you guys can chat amongst each others and say hi to me and I can say hi to you. I might just do one more of these things. I'd rather talk. That sounds weird, but because I usually don't like talking. Thanks for all the support, Susan. Keep up the great work. I need a wife that will make me pizza. So that's how long it takes. Takes a while. Now, where's that black? I got to make sure that I use the same blue one. I got to put some in here too to make it look like that's carrying on back there. And I'm going to do a hard line right here. So you can't do it when you're doing a round line. Now I have to, once this dries, I'll clean up these lines in here too, make them more round. All right, all right, all right, all right. Sweet dreams are made of these who are meant to disagree. Travel the world of the seven seas. All right, all right. Good night. Gotta go. Okay, Shauna. Thanks for popping in, and thank you too, Julie. Thanks for buying the book and reading it. I think I'm just going to do maybe one or two of these, and then maybe, because I think it's too quiet. And I'll have to talk and answer questions if anybody's got any questions or anything. How many people's in here? I can't see. So, anyways, nobody's got any questions? Cold there? You got any snow there, Rick? So I got to sharpen this pencil again here. I don't think I'll probably do too much more painting on this. You see how that comes alive? Minus 30 this morning. Minus 30? So this one, let's kind of do this here. And this would go. We can do one more. Just like that. 40 here today. 27 here now. I feel like I want to order a pizza now. Damn you. Or should I have an air fried hamburger? Yeah, I think doing this, I'd probably be better just doing it on my own, listening to music, and I could, because I'm having a problem. Just ordered the willpower to live. Thanks, Jerry. You got a link for that, Evo Rick? It's funny because I get paid royalties for my book. I think this year I made the most amount of money. I think I made like $12. I get a check every year. One year I made like $2. Ew, anchovies. The willpower to live. This cover is black and white. It's me basically. It's the cover is me lying on the hospital bed. It's basically pretty well dead, but I made it. Here I am. Here I am drawing on YouTube. There's pictures in the book too. They're black and white pictures. But the book is about growing up and all the difficulties I had growing up and fighting and stuff like that, and what made me strong enough to be able to live through what I had to go through to be able to be here pretty well. Have you done DMT? No, I haven't done DMT. Evil Rick will probably be able to get it. It's on Amazon. Nick Williamson. Hey, Jordy, what's the plans for Valentine's Day? I don't have any plans for Valentine's Day. When is Valentine's Day? I'm single as they friggin' get. Link to Jordy's book, Canadian One Dude. Oh. No, DMT is not on. No, I haven't done DMT, but I've been thinking about it. Because it opens your mind to new things. But I've also watched. I don't think I'm gonna finish this here because I'd rather chat. I think I would be too afraid. I've watched video because a couple of months ago, I deep dove into it. Because when I used to do, let's just say LSD and the mushrooms, I used to have bad trips. Now, I watched, like I said, I deep dove into it. So this DMT stuff. So I watched lots of videos on it, and I've seen this guy. He said he took it like lots, and it stayed in his system for like, thanks, Rick. It stayed in his system for like 9 months. He said he would be walking down the sidewalk, and flying doors would come at him and stuff like that. Now, here's something interesting. My good friend Brendan, he's been on some of my channels. He helps me out a lot. He's a stunt guy. He works for Stunt Canada's, like for the movies. He's a stunt man. Now he's super involved in that kind of stuff. And he's called an angel. So even like a couple nights ago, they're having a big, not a party, but a big ceremony thing where people are doing the DMT or mushrooms. And he's an angel. They call him an angel. And he's there to watch over everybody. Like him and a bunch of girls and stuff are watch over everybody that are having the trip or something like that. So I asked him to bring me some back. He says, I don't think so, Jordan. He goes, it would be great for you, but you would have, it's a shaman. There's like a shaman. No ideas yet about what you're going to make. I have a method to do it so you're not afraid and don't have a bad trip. Yeah, there's this place he goes. It's like a camp where they do it, and there's like they have angels and stuff, and people taking care of making sure like you don't have a bad trip. Because even mushrooms, like you know how they're people are taking them like microdoses. I'm not one for drugs. I never really have been. It's just it doesn't make me feel good the way it makes other people feel. And I don't know what I was gonna say. Yeah, so it was kind of funny, microdosing. I got a jar of them from we're talking mushrooms. I got a jar of them from my friend, and he told me to just take half one or something. So I took it. He called me, he goes, hey, did you take those yet? I'm like, yeah, actually, I did about 2 hours ago. He goes, how are you feeling then? I says, I don't know, man. I says, I can't friggin' stop yawning. He goes, perfect, it's working. Because he just wanted me to try and take it. Because first of all, I got the brain injury. And second of all, he said it may help me open my mind up to different types of art. But I don't know. That's stuff's really basically not for me. Yeah, smokable DMT lasts for 5 minutes, but trust me, I know. Like if I smoke that DMT, I'd want to go. I guess if you do enough, you go through the doors or something. You have to go through the doors. Yeah. So when I ate that microdose thing, all I did is friggin' yawn the whole time. I didn't notice anything different, but I don't like the feeling of it. And also I don't even like the feeling of marijuana. It makes me paranoid. Just give me a quick second here. I'll finish up this painting. I'll tell you guys a quick story. My buddy, my buddies have this. They had a shop in Vancouver um, that sold. They sold like pot weed. and they had these granola bars. They gave me a granola bar because I said I wasn't feeling good, and sometimes I just don't feel very good. He says, Jordy, eat this. He said, Jordy, eat this granola bar. It's not that powerful. It should make you feel good and make you sleep good. And his brother was like, no, no, no. Jordy's not a burner. So don't eat the whole freaking granola bar, Jordy. Eat half of it. Just only eat half of it. I'm like, okay. So I came home. I ate half the granola bar. This was after my head injury. Yeah, I got the paranoia. I ate half the freaking granola bar. Next thing you know, I wake up on the couch downstairs in my old place. It's drooling like crazy. Like the couch is full of slobber drool. I'm paranoid as hell. I have no idea why I'd be paranoid. I haven't done anything illegal in my life in a long time. But I was paranoid in hell as hell. The cops were coming. The cops were going to kick in the doors, like the SWAT team. They're going to kick the doors in. There was cops. Usually, like in my old living room, I had a big sliding glass door, and I'd never closed the blinds. But there was cops hiding in the bushes, watching me in my living room with binoculars. And the bushes are like 5 feet away from the sliding glass door. Totally tripping out. The whole SWAT team's coming in my house. That couch is gone, Rick. So I went upstairs. I locked all my doors. I never closed my curtains before. I locked all my doors, closed all my curtains. I put chairs behind the doors. I went upstairs into my bedroom, took a chair into my bedroom, turned off all the lights, closed all the blinds, locked the door, put the chair behind the doors. You know how you put the chair, the whole thing, put the chair behind the door and put it underneath the doorknob, and hid underneath my blanket. That's what it does to me, man. All right. So there's the reason why I don't burn. Yep, it's not too great for old heavy hounds. And trust me, I wish I was a burner. I did burn when I was in high school. But if I burned instead of drinking growing up, I would have saved myself a lot of, what would the word be, grace? I would save myself a lot of hospital time and some prison time if I was a burner instead of a drinker. Because when I drank, I drank to get drunk, and I liked to fight because I didn't care if I won or if I lost. It was just fun to fight when you're drunk. And yeah, we'll just leave her there. So, drinkings. Since yes, well, I wasn't doing wood spirits then. I was only painting. Um, I forget what I was going to say. Damn it, because it was a good one. But you see how this is going? Just take your time and let the paint bleed out and put some music on. And I don't know about the tree in here though. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna do this whole page like this, just with these swirls and some lines in here. Then do a translucent. One of those birds just carved, Rob, that carry the signs. Those birds, like sparrows. I might just do a big translucent sparrow over it, But you can see this doing this takes a while. So now if I was going to do this whole page, I have to finish these ones off too. Like continue them on. But yeah, so if I was more of a burner growing up, I probably would have had a way better. Well, not, I just wouldn't have been so bad. But just something, I don't like the feeling of it. I remember one time we did LSD, me and my friends were sitting in a park and everybody's laughing and doing their thing. And I was just looking around. I'm like, everybody friggin' looks like evil clowns. Yep, everybody looked like an evil clown. And I went home and I just put my headphones on, tripped out to music. That's my story. And the sign said, I had an air fried hamburger with bacon the other night. That's what I think I'm going to make when I'm done. This just carved up. Jiu-jitsu gym. I can't. That's funny. My buddy Brendo, that stunt guy, is a jiu-jitsu guy too, or a boxer and stuff like that. Poison is in the dose. It's fun to fight when you're sober. You should join a jiu-jitsu gym. Man, I'm 52 years old. I got a 3-inch hole in my skull, 3-inch round hole in my skull. My back's screwed up. There is no jiu-jitsu signing up for me. I did do judo when I was a kid. I still know how to do a break fall. I still know how to flip people over. Yeah, so anyways, I know what I was going to say. Because I'm missing my skull piece in my skull, I don't fight. I don't want to drink anymore because when I drink, I want to fight. So it's basically me missing my skull piece is tamed the beast. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't the toughest guy in town. That's for sure. But I was crazy. And I'll tell this, I don't want to get into it, but they had to take out my skull piece because it was infected. Then I had to wait 2 years and they put another skull piece in. So I had a plastic skull piece in. I have the replica downstairs and the skull piece, the thing like they had, it was like this round. And they put the other, it's called a skull bone flap. They put it in and it healed up and everything. And when that skull piece was back in my skull, well, there I am at the bar drinking. And what am I doing? Yep, sure enough, throwing some big, huge weightlifter to the ground, fighting, saying to myself, please don't get up. Please don't get up. Yeah, he slowly worked his way up. And I was trying to pin him because he was a bullying somebody. And yeah, he slowly got up. I was trying to hold him down, but nope. He was a strong guy. And then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of people jumped in. Luckily, I don't know if he could fight, but he was, man, his arms were like massive. Because I went up to because some guy came up to me, some younger kid said, Jordy, this guy's bullying me. And I don't know what to do. I said, who? And he pointed at him. I said, let's go over there. And I said, buddy, I don't remember exactly because I was drunk. I don't remember exactly what I said. I said, buddy, you being a bully, you picking on my friend here? He goes, I'm not afraid of you. You know who I was. I didn't know who he was. He goes, I'm not afraid of you, Jordy. Boom. He was on the ground as soon as he said that. And I jumped on top of him. I didn't hit him or anything. And then, yeah, he worked his way up. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Don't get up. He got up. But then a whole bunch of people, because it was in the middle of the bar. So me not having my skull is not necessarily a skull piece is not necessarily a bad thing. Bro, you were that crazy little guy that threw me on the ground? No, I was actually I, I stuck up for the bullies. I mean, like the kids that got picked on. People try picking on me, and I didn't have any. I didn't go for it. That's why I got into so many fights. I swear, I swear on the Holy Bible that I grew up with autism, Asperger's. My son has it, but they didn't have testing for it when I was younger. But I swear that I have it. And I've just grown up to be immune to it, and you have to deal with it. Because I don't know, why was I? All my friends weren't always fighting. Why was I always fighting? Why was I always getting kicked out of school? Why was I always one getting detentions in school? I was fist fighting when I was in grade 1. Grade 1, I remember getting into a fist fight. And like I'm not pretending to be some tough crazy guy, because I'm not. But I just grew up with challenges, I guess you could say. So what do you think about that style discard, Rob? Needs to be cleaned up. You got to clean up you got to make sure everything's nice and round, no square edges. Evil Rick, I didn't get into many fist fights when I was in school. Leave a couple of people's faces prints in the locker doors. Most people didn't bother you anymore. Yeah. Well, it wasn't people my age, even in high school. It wasn't people my age. It was the older. Thanks. It was the older people. ADHD. I was the same way. I remember this one time, this in high school, this one dude, he was kind of like an arrogant prick. He was taller than I was by quite a bit, actually. But I don't know if I told the story before on YouTube, but I was standing in the hallway, and he, those plastic binders you got that holds your papers. Well, he walks up to me with a handful of plastic binders, with my back turned to him, and he whacks me over hits me right in the top of the head with the binders. Bam! And he goes, "Hey, Jordy." I just turned around to him, and I just gave him, because I'm left-handed, just boom. I just smoked him. His lip, I've never seen a lip split open like his lip split open. His lip just went, just totally split it right open, like down to the skin. And then I don't know if he turtled or what happened, but it got split up. But then later on that day, my buddy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, what was his name?" His name was Kyle or something. I even forget his name now. He passed away about 10 years ago. He had cancer, so he died really young. But my buddy comes up to me. Actually, my buddy was a Golden Glove boxer at the time. He's like, "Jordy," he goes, "Kyle, we'll just call him Kyle. What's the frick is his name? Is looking for you." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "He wants to fight you." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He says you gave him a cheap shot. I'm like, "I didn't give him a cheap shot. He smashed me over the head with his binders. Like, it almost knocked me out, but it didn't. And as soon as he did it, I just gave him a left punch, and I split his lip open. I didn't give him a cheap shot." He goes, "Well, he's looking for you." I said, "Fine, let's go find him." So we're running around the high school halls, and boom, there he is, with a big, huge crowd of people behind him, looking for Jordy Johnson. So I walked up to him and I started fighting him, and I guess he didn't cut me or give me any bumps, but I guess he won the fight because I was too nervous because there was too many people around. So anyways, yeah, I guess supposedly he won the fight. But I just, when everybody says, "Oh, Kyle beat you up," I says, "Hey, Look at my face. Look at his lip. Who do you think won? He didn't pin me down or nothing. You see any cuts or any bruises on my face? Nothing. Anyways, I shouldn't be talking about fighting on YouTube. So that's that. Does anybody got any questions or anything? Yeah, I quit, James. I quit high school in the 9th grade too. I got expelled from school in grade 4. They tried to kick me out of the school in grade 2, man. Well, who are you talking about, Rick? Rob, I have that entire Monty Python. Oh, that's some old stuff right there. I put a guy, Evil Rick, I put a guy through the back doors at school because he hit me with a snowball. Uh, my my age is I'm 52. BP, you're 65. BP, B. Pearson asked what everybody's age is. What's the meaning of life? I don't know. You got to keep living till you die. Live till you die, I guess. I think the meaning of life, my meaning in life is just to be happy. It's not an easy thing to do, especially with the way the world is right now. Just to try and be happy. You got to find something in your life that makes you happy. And art makes me happy. Even though I'm not good, I don't care. It makes me happy. Oil and Dirt, 66.6. Live to die another day. That's right. You got to live so you don't. Yeah, I think the meaning of life is just try your best to be happy. Find something in this life that makes you happy. That's it for me. There's Evil Rick. Well, Evil Rick's Satan, so he's like 6,532 years old. Actually, when I was working graveyards, I was a vampire, so I'm like older than Satan. Yeah, Art say one of mine says one of mine rocks says Art saved my life. Yep, Art saved my life too. Now what's shitty about my book is I just started painting and stuff when I finished, like just when I was finished the book, I needed something to do, so I started painting the book that I wrote. So I didn't talk about painting or carving or anything in the book. So I would kind of like to write a sequel, but it's a lot of work to write a book. I would like to. My neighbor was calling me. You guys hear that? I would like to 56 years in addictions. You're 55 years in addictions. I'm only going on 76. I haven't started my book yet. Where's 47? Yeah, most subscribers are over the age of 65, you know. Because I think most people over 60 are bored as frick and they're looking for a hobby. B. Pearson, carving has sure gave me my passion for my retirement years. Awesome. That's good to hear. 66. Sorry, I can't see either. 41. PD is 41. That's young for here. Mini Pops 47. Dan 49. BP Pearson 65. Just Carved Rob's 200. Well, Amy Joe's young, and where's where's my new friend? He was here earlier. I'm having brain farts tonight. Perry. Perry, are you still here? Oh, cool. My birdhouse carvings are what got you started. I got another birdhouse video coming out tomorrow, but it's just like the rest. What I think I want to do tomorrow is, if it's not pissing rain, I think I want to go to the beach, get a bunch of driftwood, and make a birdhouse out of just driftwood. Now, the birdhouse that I carved yesterday, I just used hot glue. I didn't even brad nail it together. So I want to see how long it will last. These are the pens. These are the pencils that I used. They're not that cheap. They're on Amazon. Spike just bought some for his daughter, because his daughter's an artist. But you can see the rich color that comes out of these pencils. Same here on the birdhouse. Yeah, you guys think I should just get a bunch of pieces from the beach and make a birdhouse? Film it? Just give people ideas. I don't know. I don't want to work next week. Just Carved Rob, what'd you say? Yep, I remember Dad shaving with a clam full of bees. What the hell you mean by that, Just Carved Rob? Your dad shaving with a clam full of bees? Yeah, birds need houses. I'll probably go to the Richmond beach tomorrow. There doesn't seem, well, that's kind of that. When I go to the place by the ferry, like my local place, it's the wood's a lot cleaner. Like, I could walk the whole beach and just pick up a whole shitload of little pieces. That must be a song. Just you're talking about Just Carved Rob. But the beachcombing place I go to in Richmond it's along the Fraser River, and the wood's not as clean. Think I should do that, Just Carved Rob? Make a birdhouse out of driftwood? Just bring my brad nailer up here in a little compressor. Thanks. Jordy Saves Lives. Foster Wildlife Sanctuary, Ryan. Sanctuary, Anne. Foster's Wildlife Sanctuary, Anne. Welcome. Haven't seen your name before. Need to laugh? What do you need to laugh about? Dan? So you guys imagine this whole thing done with this? And Homestead. Oh, whereabouts are you? What kind of wildlife? Ryan. Sanctuary, Anne. 1560. And I Homestead. And Homestead. Do you wildlife sanctuary? Do you have like a wildlife sanctuary, or do you just kind of live in the forest, or is that just the name? I watched tons of videos on YouTube. Birds get all the houses. What about feral cats? We don't have any feral cats here. Oh, Rob gave you a good. Yeah, Rob's always making me laugh. Virginia, Canadian goose. I don't think Canadian goose live in birdhouses. Virginia, you got some Canadian goose over there pooping on your lawn? A long-time subscriber, David Grass, he lives in Texas. Once a year, he sends me videos. He's got acreage. He has a farm. He sends me videos of the Canadian geese pooping all over his grass. Yeah. I'm surprised Donald Trump hasn't called them American geese yet. Stop, just cried Rob. Stop. Don't even start. We do not talk about politics here. How long has this live been going for? Oh, 2 hours. Wow. So yeah, that's how much I got done in 2 hours. This is something that you want to do. Canadian geese live in just carved Rob's oven. Goose houses. Goose houses. Virginia, Canadian goose. More than I got done, Rob. Okay, does anybody have any questions? Probably not. This has been fun. I like these lives where it's quiet. What are those squirrels? Squirrels? Swirls? Well, these are old traditional Japanese wind, but they're blue. Usually they're black and white. They resemble a tornado. So you can see how this is just kind of like it's meditation for me when I do it on my own time. But so this would be a sky full of these. You know, you can get it to come like off here too. It just won't be the swirls. There'll be more stuff, some smooth lines. Oh, Foster Wildlife Sanctuary. She came as a gooseling chased by a hawk. And so I raised her up with chickens. She developed angel wing syndrome and can't fly. Melina is 7. Oh, she's got a, sounds like, I don't know if you're a man or a lady, Foster, but sounds like you have a Canadian goose that was chased by a hawk and you raised it with chickens. And angel, I don't know what angel wing syndrome is, but it can't fly. And her name is Melina, and she's 7. Very nice. Thanks, just card, Rob. So yeah, you can get some line. I don't know if I'm gonna. I guess I'll still do the tree in here. I don't know. What do you think? Should I keep the tree or erase the tree and just do the whole? Just do the whole piece of this stuff. I could do it a lot faster when I wasn't live on YouTube. Do the whole thing with this. Give it that clear coat to lock the colors in. Then do something translucent over it. I'm not an expert, but I'm going to go with AI bot. Do I carve with shoes or slippers when I'm at home? I carve with slippers. Yeah, I haven't heard the neighbor's kids in a while, actually. Yeah, I did one with charcoal. Where is it? Do you want me to show you the charcoal one that I did it live on my other channel? It's black and white though. And I painted some acrylics over top of it, but you want me to see it? Do you want me to find it? I don't know where I put it, but I can find it in like 2 minutes. Your brother had a African goose he raised from an egg. It lived almost 20 years. His name was Peeper or Pepper. Just hold on a second. I'll go get that piece, that painting or charcoal. Oh. Actually, better yet, here's some. I got these. Sorry, I can't find that charcoal one that I just did. I don't know where I put it. But these are. This is a leather thing. This is West Coast fusion art. This is what I used to call my art before I started wood carving. Now here's a bunch of little prints, and I didn't go Rob. West Coast fusion art. So here's a bunch of prints of. Here's some prints of some of my first wood carvings. Oh, look at that! There's the friggin' the lady. I called this Karen's dream koi fish that I did. Can you guys see that? I didn't know I had these pictures of carvings. Now there's some old birdhouses I did. Oh, this is for when I had pictures of my carving, so I was doing like craft sales. People could see things that I could carve or something. Let me pull this one out. Look, there's a bunch of my original birdhouses, spirit houses. And there's a koi fish that I did. This piece, can you guys see this? I'm going to stand up so make sure you guys can see. This one I did it. This is at F Bob's. It's a square box. See, I'm covering a thing. And here's some corks that I carved. Yeah, I remember this one. This is when I first basically started wood carving. Remember how proud I was of this, but look at it. You know what? It's very beginnerish. But look, so there's even one of my spirals into there. But look at that wood spirit. I was so proud of this piece. What's there? It's like a Buddha face with a flower. This is the very first wood carving I sold. Right here. Yeah, this one too, I was pretty proud of. This is still, I still have this piece. You guys want to see this stuff or no? Put it next to the, what's that? This I still have this in my hallway, in my stairs. This is a piece of arbutus wood that I was pretty proud of. Jordy, where did Doc Lupo? Well, where did Lupo go? I'm not too sure. But yeah, this is arbutus wood. I was pretty proud of this one. Just some flower pots. Oh, here's some soapstone carvings that I did. I still have that too. That's downstairs. That's a flower planter. These are all soapstone carvings. Yeah, like right here. Can you guys see that? Okay, there's a little moose antler I carved. This is soapstone. This is soapstone. There's a little moose antler. I carved a way bigger one, but that one's a howling wolf. You guys see it? The flower planter. One of my bird houses here. Close it. The girls all get, yeah, they sure do. This painting I was pretty proud of. This is, I did this for the Ladner Legion. So you can see there's what's those flowers for the poppies? See the translucent planes? This is charcoal, right? Besides the flowers are acrylic, but see the guy on the Canadian flag up there and the soldiers on the mountains and the translucent plains. So yeah, this is in the, what's that there? What's that supposed to be? Let me see. Well, it's another plane coming in this way. And then there's a graveyard, all the graves back there. So this painting is actually hanging in the Legion in Ladner. So that's done with the army soldier is done with the white pencils like I just used. So see how they're translucent? Now, here's, you might remember this just carved, Rob, but Ladner, where I live, Delta, British Columbia, they're having a contest for, you got to do a painting, and if your painting's picked, it can be like in the banners for like with like cloth banners by the light poles. So here's kind of an eagle with a fishing boat. Hold on a second here. Yeah, and I had two good friends that died, so I called that fishing boat the PR Spirit. So there's like an old boat, and then see the waves and this stuff is the stuff that I like to do like this. So that's that. Now this is the painting here. These are a bunch of prints of my paintings. Just carved. Rob has some, but this is our acrylics and charcoal. That one. This is all charcoal. See, and then you got the bird down here. But that's this is like the traditional old Japanese stuff right here. This is like a Japanese Buddha, Oni mask. This is all charcoal. And this is acrylic paints here. But you see the lines? It's just like a lady's charcoal. Now lots of my art has hidden faces in it. So there should be some screaming. This is like a lady's face with the moon here. But this is all charcoal. Same thing, same kind of deal with this stuff. But this I did a live video using the charcoal. I don't see any hidden faces here, but there's usually screaming faces in my charcoal stuff. And I got lots of these prints. This is what I'm thinking about, like these birds here holding a banner. with all the cherry blossoms. Weird shit. See, like the star with the wind in it. So this is just like a tree, a bonsai tree kind of thing. But I usually have, you have to look, you'll see like faces. This is like a baby's face in there. But you usually see screaming faces in here somewhere. Oh yeah, look at this one. The Japanese oni. Free living. Skull. The middle finger. Yep. These were big paintings too, some of these. It's all done on this board, same board that I was just doing that painting on. Here's just a simple one with some flowers on it. This is, I think I copied this samurai offline or something. I got so many of these prints. I got tons of them. There's that lady again. I don't know what kind of bird this was, but that's with the what's that, gold leafing. So you see, like, lots of my carvings has these. I call this the Numera flower. My buddy Massey drew it on his. He was a commercial fisherman. He drew it on his rain gear. So I copied it and just because he's a wicked artist, and that's the right. See the rising sun behind there. Rising sun is not easy to draw. This is a bamboo with the temple. I don't know what that symbol means. What does the bird say? What bird? What doesn't say nothing? That's like a phoenix bird. This one here. See, it's like a screaming lady. Oh yeah, I heard that one. The lady that I used to live here, she's got that shirt with the crow on it. See this lady? She's crying. It's a waterfall. She's screaming. I don't know what she's screaming, but so like this is all charcoal with it mixed with acrylics. These are supposed to be a couple titties. 2012. That's when I did this. More cherry blossoms. You guys want to see these or not? You asked. This is a couple. I didn't draw these. I obviously copied them and transferred, but a couple Sama warriors on here with the temple. And then Sama warrior up here standing on a temple. Some stars back in here. It gets tricky when you're doing this charcoal like this, and then you're putting little things in there too. Oh, here's it. See, this is all like all Japanese. Another samurai up there. Samurai with like a temple in the background on the cliff. This was done 2012 too. This was the Oni. Like a little face in there. I couldn't just draw this stuff on. I had to transfer it on, like get the image offline, then trace it onto here. I could probably just some evil eyes up there. I could probably do it now. And there's one of my shitty trees. I could probably draw this on there now. Well, this one's pretty detailed. Some koi fish. Like, look at the little stars and stuff in here. Lots of waves, lots of movement inside here. And these are like these are like the famous wave painting in Japanese is like 3 claws. The each wave is like 3 claws, like an eagle claw. So that's kind of what these kind of waves resemble. That's nice looking at this stuff. I haven't looked at it in a long time. Lots of the natives. Not what stars are these? These stars are for like water thing. I forget what they're called. That one again. Just a simple bamboo one. This is the big fat Buddha. Now I got to carve one of these big fat Buddhas one day. With those swallow birds or whatever. So hey Rob, like look, my cherry blossoms haven't changed. This is done in like probably 2012. But look, my cherry blossoms look the exact same as what I tried to do them back then too. But even when I'm looking at them way back in the background here. But this is supposed to be the fat Buddha. I know it's not very good, but I got to try and carve one of these one day. Here's another koi fish one. The thing. See more cherry blossoms and like a wave, kind of like a claw hand wave coming out here. These and these flowers. Carving one, I mean. Sorry, I missed what you said. Oh, you want to carve one? This one's simple, but it's nice. And these are just prints, right? The maple leaves. But now you guys could see like how much I've transferred my art into chainsaw carving or carving because I do these swirls all the time. It's just like it gets when you're doing this, it gets tricky because you can't when you're using this charcoal. It's like say I'm using it right. Let's see here. Say I'm using it right here, and I put it on thick. When you're blending it out, you can't get charcoal on the white part, or it will stain the paper. So blending everything together, making sure lines like this line connects through here. It's more tricky than it looks for me, anyways. I'm not saying this is great art. I'm just saying that it's a little bit trickier than it looks. Here's a nice simple koi fish one. Got the Japanese symbol there. More of the wave things. The lotus flower, whatever it's called. So that's a nice one. Oh, here's me and my buddy when we used riding our bikes. It's my buddy Darkat. He's been on a few of my videos. There I am, my old bike. Here's another koi fish one with color in it. 2012. See, I was painting like crazy. That's all I would do is paint. These are all prints in here. There's probably like, oh, what's going on here? Yeah, here's another Nautic one. This one's just got the waves, some flowers, the wind behind it. So I want to start getting into this again. And that's kind of what I've been doing here. I didn't like this koi fish that much. But anyways, this one, I got this. I painted this with the acrylics. This is actually in my hallway upstairs. I'm not very good at that drawing or painting trees, but I was kind of happy with this one a little bit. Oh, there's some skulls. These are like punk rock skulls. And again, I couldn't draw these, so I had to use transfer paper to put them on here. No, I haven't used that with the Japanese symbol up here. I got lots of prints of these, man. That's that. What's here? No, just a walking stick or something. Look at that wood spirit. That's when I first started wood carving. See with the flower and the petals? That's one book. You guys want to see what's in the next one? I have done lots of paintings, man. And I couldn't sell my friggin' paintings for the life of me. These are real leather books. My buddy made them for me. Oh, you guys want to see what's in this one? Question from me. Where did the Japanese inspiration come from? I don't know. I see West Coast Fusion Art. These are metal letters. I don't know where it came from. My thanks, Jerry. My grandpa used to collect masks, like African masks and native masks when I was young. And he used to give me some he would buy them all. When you're gone, it will sell. That's what Ben Studio on the Lake once said. Now that you're far from famous, just card Rob, but thanks. But he used to give me some masks, some native masks, just not very good ones, or African masks. So I had them in my bedroom, and I think that's where it all comes from. But I've always loved Asian temples and the Asian cultural stuff. And my friend Matt, one of my best friend Massey's Japanese, and of course the Asian ladies. I love the Asian girls with the darker skin. See, look at this. There's even wooden. These are wood panels inside these. Nice binders, eh? This is what my buddy hit me. That guy hit me over the head with in school, but they're plastic, this big, like 3 of them. Bam. So, anyways, I don't know what's in here. Oh, yeah, we got more. Hold on. This one here, like if you're looking, I remember a YouTube video of we went to Vancouver Island where you showed a lot of your paintings. B. Pearson. I remember YouTube video when you went to Vancouver Island where I showed a lot of my paintings on Vancouver Island. Oh, my buddy, all my friends have my stuff. So this is the lion. Once again, I transferred it here, but there should be the temple here, like this kind of like a laughing Joker's face in here. I'm surprised I haven't seen more faces that they're hiding in the rocks. But this is just a cute panda one. This thing was big, man. This panda. See, I got like 10 prints of each. But yeah, this is like bamboo and then color, the fall colors. I talk about them on my YouTube. I love them. Fall colors in there. So yeah, this one was a big painting. This one kind of, that girl's face on this one too. I transferred. I don't like that one that much, so I'm not gonna, well, let's show. This, I think I seen something like this on Amy Jo's thing. There's like a geisha girl, a samurai warrior here. I just like I just like swirls and things spinning. I thought this one had faces hidden in here or something. Now this was not black and white. This moon behind here was yellow. But I thought the leaves were ghosts or something. Is anybody still here? Oh yeah, there's still 27 of you. This one had a lot of Buddha. Like again, I had to trace this on here. I couldn't in these birds. I couldn't draw it, but I'm pretty sure I could draw them now. And see, there's a heart around the Buddha's face. And this is gold leaf in here and all gold leaf spots. Hi, Dave. We're just showing some of my old paintings that I got here. I was talking about you earlier about the geese. Lee's sleeping. about the geese shitting on your lawn. See, here's a color picture of that one. Right here. See, it's a lady bonsai tree. Kind of got like a lady's face there a bit. Pointy mountains. You know, I learned how to do mountains better. That one I don't like that much. This one, I think this one is at my buddy F. Bob's place. The sparrow, and then the Buddha up here. More bamboo. I like bamboo because I think it looks nice and it's easy to paint. I could get the bamboo shaded properly so it kind of looks round. More of my stuff. But you see, all of it has those whoosh lines. See this bird here? It starts way small. It goes like this. Whoosh, whoosh, behind the bamboo, whoosh, and up here. Sometimes with art, if you don't know much about art, I don't know much about art, but sometimes you need to really look at things for it to take shape and mean something to you. Like, for example, these lines here, like this, these lines, sometimes they look round, like they look like they're round, but sometimes they look like they're scooping up like this. I don't know if you guys will understand what I'm saying, but palm trees for me. Bra? What's a bra? A bra like a lady's bra? This one's just, I did this for a girl. More of that. This one, more of that one. You guys seen that one? I still have lots of these paintings. Yeah, this is the... We'll pull this one out of here. The rising sun. No, there's screaming faces. Like, see that face? It's kind of not proportionate, but there's screaming faces. This is just the face looking up. There's always like a temple hidden in there. Temple's simple too. All this stuff is simple. I think these are just all duplicates now. I think I showed you guys the panda bear. Yeah, I got tons of these prints. I should start probably milling these out to some subscribers if they ever want them. But anyways, that's some of my, that's where the charcoal comes from. Here's a Oni. I was proud of this one too when I did it. But I got tons of, how did I miss these ones? Here's one that I was pretty proud of, if I can get it out of here. Fuck's sakes. Keep rolling. Yeah, with the knuckle tattoos. I know it's cheesy, but it's still cool. I wanted to get that on my, I wanted to get those on my knuckles. I'm surprised I don't have knuckle tattoos. Now this one, this octopus, I missed a bunch here. This octopus took, this thing is massive. It's like 4 feet by 4 feet big. The original, my brother has it. But there's an octopus that I painted with charcoals. Now these charcoal, yeah, they're dark. These are black charcoals. They're just charcoal pencils. If you go to my other channel, you'll see me doing stuff like this. I did the whole thing, I think, almost half of the picture, didn't I just carve, Rob, if you're still here? But yeah, so I'm gonna friggin' carve an octopus. I know I can do it. You just have to believe in yourself. And I talked to Uncle Kevin about it, and Uncle Kevin told me that I could do it. Well, this one here, I'll show you. This one is 4 feet by 4 feet too. Now this one is crazy. It's got so much different stuff in it. What's going on here? This one has so much stuff going on. It's got a Buddha. It's not that good. It's got gold leaf, maple leaves in it. It's got a killer whale. Now you see half the killer whale, the back of it's native style. And there's a little one peeking out here, the whale. What else is in there? There's a tree. There's a raven up in that tree. Lots of little waves, like the Japanese traditional claw waves. Yeah, big one. This one was 4 feet by 4 feet wide by 3 feet tall. This cherry blossom leaves, the bird, and all the other stuff. More hidden stuff in here. I can't see it though. And like a cliff here with a waterfall. Now this was 4 feet by 3 feet. Now at one point there was this lady. We weren't dating, but she bought a tanning salon here in Ladner, and she seen my paintings, and she wanted to have my paintings. Oh, look at this. She wanted to have my paintings all in her. I like this one too. It's simple, but this took me a lot of work to do all those little flowers, make it clean. Oh yeah, sometimes like right here, like look, there's like a hidden eye in there. Lots of hidden things inside my stuff. But she wanted to have all my art in her store, in her tattoo salon. So I got it, lots of it framed, and it was in there. Nobody would buy it. Nobody bought anything. But then there's a local famous native carver. His name's Jody Wilson. And I know who he was my whole life. He's lived in the ladder his whole life. I've lived in the ladder my whole life. He asked me, he got a hold, he says, Jordy, I love your stuff in the tanning salon. And he knew my story about my head injury and why I do art. And he asked me for one of my pieces, if I could paint them something. I said, I was honored. And I'm like, yeah, sure, definitely. So I did it for him, and I got it framed. The frame was like $300 or something. But then I said, I would love to have one of his pieces. And he said, you see like a rising sun right in here. He says, okay, well, it's near Christmas time. Give me some time and I'll paint you something up. I said, Jody, I'd love to have one of your wood carvings, even if it's, because this stuff's like high value stuff, native things, right? And this guy Jody has stuff in the Vancouver airport. I just said, maybe if you can do me a little tiny carving or something, and think of my story with my head injury, and I'm now an artist and stuff like that. So he called me up one day. He's like, hey, Jordy, come on over. Your piece is ready. So I go over to his house, and I'm kind of standing inside in his kitchen. And I said, and he goes, there's your piece. And he pointed at it. And it was a big wooden raven wall, a big wooden raven carving that he did for me, a native one. And I couldn't believe that he did it for me. So that's I've showed it on a few of my YouTube's videos. So anyways, there's one other thing I wanted to show you here too. Yeah, this one. So remember, Rob, I just did that. Take it easy, what if I'm out of here pretty soon too. But remember, I just did that carving with the blue guy. You know, when you're blue, you're sad, you feel blue, right? This blue guy sitting on the cliff. There it is, Rob. The painting. Sitting on the cliff. Now this, if you look down here, this is supposed to be like kind of like a skull mountain, the eyes. And this is gold leaf looking like it's breaking apart, flying through the air, and see the ghosts. You out of here too, Rick? I'm out of here in a few minutes too. These the bonds. This is a bonsai. They're supposed to kind of look like ghosts. Anyways, that's it. There's some of them. I haven't showed these in a long time, but I got lots of these paintings in a big, huge file cabinet folder thing. I got it tucked away in my closet. It's like 200 pounds, that thing. Anyways, does anybody, let me sit down. I'll just see you later and wish everybody Happy New Year's. You still there, Rick? Oh, somebody said, oh, James is leaving. James said later, Rick. Does anybody got any questions? Just Carve Rob's eating more pie. So there you go. PD, there's some of my old paintings before I started wood carving. That shows you what the hell's going on here. That shows you how this stuff comes about. You asked. So, James, what are you going to carve with that big, huge die grinder you got? Thanks for popping in, Chad. PD, have you ever made one of these new popular Zen gardens? I don't know. Thanks, Dan. Have you ever made one of these new popular Zen gardens? No, I don't know what you mean. I'm still working on the same one. Well, you're going to have to start something else. Now you're going to have to get buddies to bring you truckloads of wood over. I wish I had that. I don't have any more prints. There's probably some tucked away from that koi fish that I got hanging on my wall downstairs. I'm still working on the same one. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. Now I need a vise. Yeah, get yourself a jaw horse, man. Or you know what? You don't even need a vise, James. Just get yourself a stump and a piece of plywood. Screw the wood to the plywood, then flip it over, and then the plywood will act like a table, right? You don't need to have a vise. Do you still have lots of wood there? Like little logs and stuff? And rakes and stuff. Okay, a Zen garden. If you Google Zen garden later, you might want to make one and try and sell it. Basically, you fill it with white sand and put little carvings and rakes and stuff in it. Rakes? Do you mean rakes? Like art? Was that? What do you mean rakes in it? People put it on there. Zentangle? What's Zentangle? Yeah, do that. I have a forest behind me. What, like in an aquarium? I see people like filling up jars that get big jars and then put stuff in there, and there's like a little ecosystem that grows inside there. I'll do that. I have oh, okay, there you go. You know what I'm talking about, James? I could show you on a video one time. Okay. Little tools. You make designs in the sand, like rake. Okay. Dan, you can send me a link. You want to hear a funny story? Um, one of these paintings in here, I'm just going to keep talking and I'm going to find it. But when I was in the hospital, this Korean guy came in the hospital and he was in a different, his wife was in my, this is what because I had to have 4 surgeries on my head. This was the third surgery I was having on my head. His wife was in my room for a couple days and I got to know him a little bit, and he was Korean. His wife wasn't doing so well. I think she was like, she just was not doing good at all. And she got moved to her own room. And I seen him one day. Oh, this one too. I like this one. The full colors in here. Can you guys see that? This was 4 feet wide by 3 feet tall too. How come I didn't show lots of these? But she was in his wife was in my room. There's purple flowers, kind of weird. Oh, here's a bonsai one that I liked. Oh, shit. Let me finish the story. I forget what this means, but this is like a bonsai with a planter. All my paintings have stories to them. Like I started painting these bonsais lots after they don't look like bonsais. They're kind of shitty. But I started painting them after the story. So his wife was in my room. Sorry, I'm just looking for here it is right here. So let me get this out of here. This right here. Now this is Korean rating right here. Oh, sorry. This is Korean rating right here. Let me start over. Sorry about that. His wife was in my room and he was in my room for a couple of days. Like I kind of got to know them. I didn't know how sick his wife was, but she was really sick and she had to go into her own room. And I seen him one day walking through the hallway. This would be good, probably. I seen him walking through the hallway with a bonsai plant in a little pot. And there was a rock in there, black rock, like this. And it had quartz through it like that. So this part in here would be quartz, and this would be black, and this would be black. And it was sitting in the sand of the bonsai planter. And I stopped and I asked him, I said, "Oh, that's a beautiful plant." He goes, "Yeah, it's a bonsai plant." And I said, "Oh, that's a rock in there." He goes, "Yes." He goes, "In Korea, we spend a lot of our time searching for rocks that look like they have like this would be a waterfall so this would be mountains in here, and there would be the quartz the white part would be a waterfall in here in the quartz." Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me now? Reset your thing, James. Rick, can you hear me? Tell James to reset your thing. Refresh. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Refresh. Okay. It's just because Rob has shitty service where he's at. He lives in the wilderness or something. He wrote just called Rob lives in the outback of refresh. Refresh your YouTube. Okay. Anyways, boy, oh boy. James, can you hear me yet? That's okay. So, anyways, this it was a rock. It was about this. It was about this high. It was like a big planter with the bonsai. It was like big. And the rock was like this high. And so I said, and he knew I painted. He knew I painted. And he says, I showed him all my paintings, stuff like that. He says, maybe you could make me a painting and I can make you a bonsai with one of these rocks in it for good luck. And okay, good. So, Rob, the story with this picture, I'm going to start over again. Sorry, everybody. When I was in the hospital for my third surgery, I had 4 surgeries on my head for my third surgery. This Korean man's wife was in my room in the hospital, and I became friends with the husband and the wife. I didn't know how sick she was, but 3 or 4 days later, she had to leave my room and go into her own room because she was really sick. All right. So one day I was sitting in the hallway taking a break from my room, and he walked by me when his wife was in a different room, and he had this bonsai planter with a big bonsai on it. It was like big planter, a thin thing. And he had the bonsai in there, and he had this rock in there, and it was black on both sides, and it had white, I can't even think of the word, the white quartz down the middle. And I said, what, I don't know what I said. I said it in a polite way, but I said, what's up with the rock? He said, well, it's for good luck. And we spend lots of time of our life always searching for these rocks that have the quartz down the middle because it acts as a mountain in the waterfall coming down the middle of the mountain. The quartz does. And then he said, I forget how it came about, but he said, maybe, he goes, I love your painting so much. Maybe you could paint something for my wife, and I'd love to make one of these for you. I have an extra one of these waterfall stones in the bonsai, and I'd like to put it together for you. And what made me think of this, with the sand and the rakes, his sand was perfectly in the bonsai part, was perfect. I know it wasn't dirt, it was sand, but it was perfect. They had where this rock was, it was perfectly raked where the rock was sitting on the sand. And he said, well, maybe you could do my wife a painting because she loves your paintings too, and I could give you one of these, make one of these for you. And I says, okay. So I went home and I did this really fast. I painted this really fast. This means strength in Korean or something like that. And I went back to the hospital because I thought they were still going to be at the hospital because his wife was deathly ill. But I guess his wife passed away, and the hospital couldn't give me the information to get a hold of him, to give him the painting for his wife. So that's what this painting was for. So that makes me think of that. That's why it makes me think of that Zen garden, if that makes any sense. Does that story make sense? The Zen garden fad is kind of like a bonsai garden planting thing. Yeah. So this it was really sad when I was done this and I went to the hospital, and I think they told me his wife passed away, and they couldn't give, it would be illegal for them to give me the information. I should have said, well, can I give you my number? Can you contact them for me? So anyways, this was done for a sick lady, but she never got it. Anyways, that's all. That's the story. I could do a Zen garden for sure. I'm just not really into trying to grow a bonsai. I kill everything. The Zen gardens, do they have? I can make my own wooden planter. Just make it like a shallow one, right? Thanks, man. That's a nice story, Evil Rick. Did it give you tears? Just Carve Rob was probably like, fuck, I should have missed that story. A lot of people with no hearts around here. Just kidding. Anyways, that's it. I'm going to look up those Zen gardens. I could easily carve out a planter thing of my thing for the Zen garden, but I'll look them up. Dan said something about Zen something. Send me a link to that on Facebook, Zen. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Evil Rick. And thanks for everybody watching this after tomorrow when you can watch it. Hi, Spike. You'll probably watch it. Almost 3 hours. Yeah, I gotta get the hell out of here. I gotta make something for dinner. That's it. That's all we got. Carbon Fusion. Over and out. Thanks, BP. I'll look up the Zen gardens. Maybe I'll make one. Carbon Fusion. Over and out.